Welcome back, guys, to Festival of Fights 2022. We're here
Yes.
at top 8 for Guilty Gear Strive. Finally, what you guys been waiting for.
Yes.
Also joined by my buddy right here, Proxy. How are we feeling for this top 8?
Dude, very excited. Unfortunately, I did not get to play myself, so I've been having to live vicariously through watching everyone else play, and it is very nice to get to see a lot of people that I've known from seeing in online tournaments, getting to see them in person now. A lot of people like Stealthy,
Yes,
Dadpool, things
yes.
like that, people that I've seen quite often tearing it up online, finally getting to see them showcase the skills here in SoCal.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing is the last time I commentated Guilty Gear was at Undefeated, right?
Yes.
So you get to see the local talents of Arizona. Now at Festival of Fights, you get to see a lot of talent from SoCal, right? Like you were saying,
Yes.
Stealthy, Dadpool, Redditto, NotChewy, people from the Riverside here in the city. But that's not the only people who are going to be playing today, right?
Yes.
We have big names like Supernoon, okay?
course.
Coming back home to SoCal. We got K-Brad beating Stealthy. That was, I wouldn't say an upset, but a great match.
Yeah, for
nonetheless.
sure.
Yes.
So it looks like
Yeah.
first match is actually going to be K-Brad straight up. It's going to be K-Brad and Redditto. It's going to be the first two people to show up once we get them settled. But for now, we're just going to be looking ahead. Dude, top 8 for Strive. I think that Strive is an incredibly healthy place. I think it's honestly one of the better games on the market right now. I could not be more pleased with how things have been going with Strive.
Yeah, it's the diversity is looking pretty good. Of course, we will have some repeat characters. It's hard to avoid during these top 8s, but
Yes.
you know you have Ram players, Supernoon, Redditto. You have Dadpool as well, right? But
Yes.
Dadpool has pulled out his Jacko as a counter pick
Yes.
yesterday in top 16 and made it into top 8 winners. So we might see Jacko again, and that's not a lot of matchup that that's a matchup that not a lot of people know.
Yeah, I mean, there's only a few really notable Jackos that play at a very high level. I mean, Dadpool plays it very well. There's Adventure, obviously very well known at this
yeah.
point. People are starting to catch on to Adventure. So things like that. Oh my God, dude.
Speaking of a matchup that not a lot of people know, how could you ever win against an adorable
Look at him.
cutie like that? Look at that.
Just
Like,
absolutely adorable.
what member of the Koski is this, huh?
I'm pretty
which
sure,
member?
too, if that is the dog I think it is, I'm pretty sure that dog's name is Guts. How cute. I'm
Guts.
pretty sure that dog's name is Guts. How adorable.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you love to see it. But it looks like we're going to have a little bit of swap up here. It is going to be Supernoon. First up to plays. Just swag down the jacket. I saw the tweet. I saw the tweet.
You just saw the tweet?
I saw the tweet.
Actually, me and Noon were just at that booth
I
right
know.
there, and then he was like, "Hey, Nam, take some pictures of me." So I took some drip pictures of him.
Of course.
He definitely had to chill out. That's actually M.Rage. Shout outs to them. I
Yes.
actually just copped a jacket from them as
I'm
well.
going to buy a fanny pack after this. I have the CEO one, but I need more. So
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
huge shout out.
I saw their CEO collab merch. It was
Yeah.
very dope. That's really cool. You know, he newly sponsored Supernoon from Lazarus, right? Always have to be dripped out. But I mean, going against his former SoCal buddy, this is a Dadpool.
Yes, so Dadpool, as we said, has multiple characters at his disposal. I would be expecting the mirror match, probably. I don't think the Jacko will be an amazing pick into this, but it looks like he's already hovering Jacko. So really, what do I know? Maybe he just wants to opt out of the mirror.
I mean, it's also another play on matchup knowledge, right?
Yes.
I kind of talked to Supernoon a little bit. I said, well, you're playing against Dadpool. I mean, you're expecting the mirror, or do you think Jacko? And I also said, if it's Jacko, are you ready for it?
Yes.
He said he's ready for it.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, Jacko is one of those characters where you think you're ready, and then you find yourself in the corner, and all of a sudden, you're blocking for 30 seconds.
I mean, Jacko with no minions is a pretty middle-of-the-road character, definitely on the lower end of the cast. If Jacko ever has 2 minions out and she casts either buff spell, she is the best character in the game by a margin. So you can never get caught in those situations. You just 2 minions and a power-up super, and the round ends. For sure. Definitely a win condition character for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like how Enos like to do Gold Burst a lot to keep the offense going. Jacko's doing Gold Burst is also another one of the win conditions that you're talking about.
Yes.
Therefore, she can start her install super. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup to see here.
Yeah, so we'll find out. 99 seconds is really, really tough as usual. I mean, Ramlethal is a character that can absolutely dominate 99 if you don't know your options against her. Jacko has some very sneaky stuff, though. If you're predictable, she has some incredibly low-profile moves that she can get underneath a lot of stuff. Like, if Noon just, like, AFK pushes far slash, sometimes Jacko can just 2D and trade, maybe even go under it.
Yeah, 2K, 2D, all of them real low, real far, and very active. It's gonna be big moves in here. Minions coming out, 5H, another normal that you'll see very often. Look at this, Supernoon already in the corner with minion lockdown.
Oh, able to jump out those. Good use of the record to be able to jump out of the corner. Continuing to pressure here with the minions. 2 available, but whoa, just one big slash. Clears all of them out. Dadpool kind of back to center here with the burst coming out from Noon.
Yeah, Noon definitely trying to keep his offense here in the corner. Will he bait the burst? No burst from Dadpool. Actually gonna opt to keep it more to Fado. They're gonna get the pressure here. Dadpool still has the burst though.
Okay, close slash into 2D, continuing to pressure here. PRC, what a throw. The confidence from Noon.
Yeah, the throw from Ramlethal into the OTG means that if you're at 10%, you're in danger of death.
Okay, another good connection. Early burst from Dadpool like that.
Ooh, a little bit of missed input there from Dadpool, but still, you're seeing here, Dadpool throwing out of a lot of preemptive buttons, but Supernoon actually just checking them from half screen away.
Okay, broke it down again. He's able to break through the wall. 50 meters still available. BRC forward is a pretty decent option, but instead, he's going to try and play the spacing game out. Knows he's comfortable and confident in this neutral.
Yep, that 50-50 right there on the third Rekka, especially when Ramlethal has 50% meter. Definitely the third one is coming for the RC and the pressure. Supernoon up 1-0.
Out there as we get back into it. Round start. Now he's starting to check with the buttons. First round start, he went for 2K immediately to try and check that slide. Now that he knows he's set himself up to be able to condition that out of this picture, he's able to swing kind of freely, but there's a great 6P.
Ooh, the air-to-air checks from Supernoon trying to shimmy in and out. Dadpool not getting the bait though.
5T a little too far, has to go for the PRC. Great anti-air, chucks the minion, and now party time again.
I like it. Supernoon, oh my. Supernoon's check on the minions are really good right now.
Yeah, 6P cancel Rekka to stop a minion.
Excuse me?
Oh my god!
Excuse me? What? Oh, the bait on the YRC. Oh, but the miss on Dadpool, that's huge.
Yeah, unfortunately went for the soccer kick. It did not work out. He's able to jump out there. Noon knows where to take advantage, though. He runs forward after the minion pull. But that's still going to be the round for Dadpool. Noon is showing off great knowledge, so I think he was correct in telling you he's ready for the matchup.
He is, he is. It's just that Jacko is very volatile. When she puts you in the corner, you're losing a lot of health. But Supernoon still trying to keep his pace here, making sure that Dadpool doesn't get these free minions.
Yeah, Jumpy, very, very good to interrupt there. Goes for the soccer kick and continues to pressure here with attack command. That is a great confirm to push all the way to the corner.
Whoa. I love these air-to-airs. Both of these players are very on point to the air-to-airs. There it is.
So smart. Gets predictable with the Rekka string, and there's the super to answer.
Ow. Oh, the OTG closes it out. That was so good.
Ooh,
Remember, I was saying, when Ramlethal has meter, 50% tension, gonna go for the third just to make sure that, you know, you're blocking. But Elysium Driver puts an end to all of that.
Yeah, really, really good call out there. Just a hard call out. So now, that is definitely one of those once per set type of situations there. He's put him on notice and managed to close a game with it. It couldn't be better.
Yep, this now 1-1. Just a reminder that this is actually first to 3, if I'm not mistaken. So, playing game here. Oh, gets it on the 2S.
Okay, big connections. Able to push him all the way to the wall. He's going to be able to break the wall here. Best super.
Yeah, free. Free. And to run up the leg grab there.
Yeah, very nice stuff.
Supernoon and super control right now.
Ooh, see, I love the 2K check he's been going for so often, but that is a huge punish on the attempt at the third Rekka.
Dadpool with the anti-air checks, very good. Oh, the burst was not just a little bit too high. And you're gonna suffer a hard knockdown for it.
Elysium Driver is a very great call out there. Pushes the minion closer. YRC to break out. Is able to get the counter hit, but no follow-up from that distance. And now Noon packing control.
Okay, damage, Dadpool, burst online. Can he be able to use it, or does he not need it? Oh, this is big. Oh, no.
Dude, and the knowledge from Noon to know that when the wall breaks, if you are the one breaking the wall, you end closer to the corner. So he knew the sword explosion was going to be there. Just holds the dash back and gets close enough.
Yeah. Again, the burst is just very difficult. You never know if you need a burst now or
Yes.
never. And Dadpool now down a game against Supernoon.
Yeah, being down to Noon is definitely not the ideal situation here, but absolutely still in it here. Looking pretty decent. Great confirm there from Noon. Already pressed to the corner now, so the strike throw can begin for Ramlethal, but instead, Dadpool kind of mashes his way out of the situation.
The 6P from Supernoon and actually somehow converted from the other side. Oh, threw all swords, but still grabbed them back. Oh no, I can only imagine this is it. Correct.
That's super.
No commentator's curse here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's sometimes we need Sage Jam to judge them. That is not one of those cases. Ramlethal from that distance on a counter hit, you know it's gone.
Yeah. Okay, Dadpool, he's not. Dadpool's a little bit iffier. Usually he would have had minions out by now, but Supernoon's been checking the minion summons every time. So now, Dadpool just has no space to throw any type of minions. First to make sure he keeps there. Dadpool trying to FD out, but the pressure. No, sir.
Yeah, continuing to apply a ton of damage here, trying to stick him to the wall again. Great jump out to get away from the sword, but Noon was so ready for the follow-up and spaces out perfectly. The footsies from Supernoon are immaculate right now, man.
Yeah, Dadpool finally getting a little bit of mileage here. He's got the minions out. Ooh, right here, Listing Driver.
Is it fast enough, though? Yes, just does get in time. Not quite enough
Wall
to kill.
break. Oh, not quite. 50% meter. Will we see a YRC? No. Oh, tried to go for the full screen into the 50% RC.
The jumping projectile a little too strong there as we get into the final round. Dadpool trying to even this back up, but Supernoon buys all the space he needs. What a dash forward and gets the air-to-air. Continuing the pressure here with the sword and the 5K to stop the jump.
That's the second time he stopped the jump. There we go. He's continuing the pressure. Dadpool has no resources to escape. Woo.
Oh, pixel of life left. Not a good look here for Dadpool. Anything will do it.
That point, now or never. Backdash against the throw, run-up throw there. Supernoon goes forward into winners finals. You can imagine that all of his fans in the chat, the Super Goons, and you can imagine they're going crazy.
I respect that. That's a good name for the fans. I respect that. I respect
Something like that.
But yeah, dude, really good showing. And I respect that from Dadpool. I think the dash forward attempt at the throw is really good. If Jacko's reward for throws is incredibly high, so that was a very high risk, high reward. But at the end of the set, you've got to take a risk there. That's just a good. When your opponent is making all the right guesses, sometimes even doing the exact correct thing just doesn't work out, right?
Yeah, there's only so many risks you can take, and Supernoon already, figured it all, not figured it out, but had it all in mind.
Yeah, of course.
Run up throw, Jacko, like you said, gets like a left-right mix-up, which not a lot of people get.
It gets minion pull, super jump forward, drops the minion, and dashes, and you just have to guess. It's really, really hard to deal with.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of ways you could be doing.
Ooh, but K-Brad, okay. K-Brad is going to be sitting down here.
Yep, that means it's gonna be K-Brad versus Redditto, like we were talking about. K-Brad, again, Millia, amazing offense. I cannot stress enough how big his offense is. He will have you guessing left, right, up, down, and your eyes gonna be crossed. It's like 5-layered. It's like trying to block 0 on the incoming.
Yes,
it's ridiculous.
Absolutely agreed. I mean, from watching him play the little bit that I have, he definitely is a very high-octane player. I mean, he is a player that comes from, like we said, Marvel-type games. He is obviously very talented in any type of game that he so
Street
chooses.
Fighter as well, yeah.
But he is he's definitely all about the mix here. He loves that pressure, loves those aggressive characters. When you see his play style get through all the games, you can tell he's trying to put the clamps on people, man.
And loves his blondes, too.
Oh, yeah, seriously.
Absolutely love his blondes. But on the other side, Redditto, very, very solid Ramlethal player. From what I was watching yesterday in top 16, just real solid. I believe Redditto is the one who put ChrisG into losers. So yeah, and also another SoCal player, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but this can be a difficult matchup, I think, for Millia. Millia has a huge... The most important thing that I always preach is, as Millia, before the schmicks, The most important thing is to be hard to catch. This character is incredibly mobile, using Compel, using your mobility, being able to navigate the screen at will is the most important thing. The schmicks comes secondary.
Yes, yes. It's all about earning the hit.
Yes.
And then you have to be guessing a lot.
Well, then you run game for sure.
There you go. Immediately, very mobile from K-Brad. Redditto sees that, 6Ps out of the air. A lot of pressure here from Redditto.
Oh my god, look at the risk gauge already, dude. The next hit, oh my god, the mortal counter. Look at the damage as he presses back to the corner. 5 hits.
This is positive. It's going to be more risk. Oh, run up throw. Awesome. And into, there it is. Yeah, Redditto played that so well.
Yes.
Just utilize his meter. That's something that not a lot of people do, which is using her other super to pin them in the corner and into plus range.
Okay, so he's able to get the disc there, tries to go for the pressure. Look at the dash around here, 5K to check, but nothing really to follow up after that.
Yeah, and then you see here, you know, the 2D actually connected while Redditto was in the air, doesn't get the hard knockdown. K-Brad hasn't really been able to run the mix-ups as well. The blender is not yet active. Redditto actually constantly just running up for the pressure. There it is. K-Brad actually finding a way. RC's out, but blocks the super airborne much harder to punish. Bates the throw, doesn't get the full punish. K-Brad, you gotta complete it when you're ready.
Alright, K-Brad, under control, K-Brad, Redditto, top 8 winner. Oh god.
Yeah, man, look. The stream chat just got mixed up because all of a sudden Proxy's voice turned deeper all of a sudden.
Yeah, who can that be? What's up with Kraken? My name is Kraken Atkins, and we're doing your strat top 8 comp 2.
That's good, Kraken. Let's get it Kraken, huh?
Yes,
look at K-Brad here.
Yeah, thinking of getting Kraken, right? Bad moon overhead.
Dang, very confused with K-Brad didn't actually RC the bad moon there. He's gonna pay for it with his life. I think K-Brad knows he definitely messed up there.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to like taking Ramlethal damage in general close to the corner, you gotta expect that life bars are gonna be melting. And I mean, Millia not the highest in terms of health values, right, or guts. So time to deliver off that 5-smash Ditto going up 1 game.
Yeah, K-Brad's movement's still been looking good. Oh, what a check! What a check indeed. Here we go. Stay. Oh my gosh, cross up low. How do you block that?
She beats me, right? That's the name of the game of Millia, right? She just wants to get that knockdown to kind of snowball after that being her win condition. Cross up, high lows, 4-way mix.
There you go. Oh my gosh, the hair car into the low. And the, oh man, the stagger throw, but Redditto had already committed to the jump there. Great punish by him.
Yeah, fantastic. From straight to the super, well, relatively safe. K-Brad trying to get things started here. Corner positioning. Oh my god, trying to focus some shimmies and throw base. Ditto's right on point.
Oh, dash cancel pressure here, but K-Brad not having any of it.
Yeah, really what's going to be the test of how K-Brad pushes his matchup is getting out of a situation like this, right? Yeah, Millia has that air mobility, so you're stuck in the corner, which definitely is the Ramlethal danger zone, right? These guys Millia's air options and mobility to kind of escape.
You can see here. Yeah, oh my god, you punished it with that. That was ridiculous. K-Brad was very careful, making sure to not get punished by the super, but Mortabato, one of the best supers in the game. Do you agree?
I mean, it's pretty darn good, right? Just to set it and forget it. Huge hitbox. If you block it in the air, there's pseudo situations where you can even be safe. Like, why not?
It's super fast and punishes a lot of things that a lot of characters usually wouldn't be able to. So it makes the matchup a lot different when you play against Ramlethal with 50 tension.
Indeed. Yeah, you gotta imagine that Ditto was just eyeing out for that 2K2G in the first place. Just saying, as soon as I see it, pull the trigger, you know?
Ooh, relaunch there. That was sick.
Yeah, I gotta be blessed with a wall break here. Positive regen bonus, and almost a 50% already, so Millia definitely has a lot of stuff in the arsenal to play with, but a beautiful jab into conversion here for Redditto. Coast to coast, you thought we were going to the right side of the screen. We ended up on the left with the roundabout win condition. Off the throw, RC cancel. What a turnaround of events for this round 1 in game 3.
Yeah, that sequence of events was really cool there, including that PRC from the sword into throw. What a great fake out. Oh, is there going to be a burst from Redditto?
K-Brad delayed for a bit to see if Redditto was mid. Redditto coped and just took the damage. One more situation between the two of them.
Oh, it's so tense.
Oh my gosh! K-Brad was absolutely way up in the heavens, and Ramlethal still able to magnetic scoop Millia out of the air.
Absolutely went straight into the arms of an angel. Ramlethal here, still with a burst. K-Brad having to spend the burst. Not looking very good here. Redditto with 50 tension. This might be a great offensive maneuver here. Blocking everything that K-Brad's throwing at him.
I know, right? Like, I love K-Brad's willingness to just keep the pressure going, you know, trying to stay unpredictable with their movement and the patterns of approach. But Redditto's defense has been pretty solid. Like, K-Brad's have to really dig deep to find these hits. Seeing if it can culminate into a win right here. Gonna be able to get a wall break, similar situation, and possibly gain bonus. But Ditto says a lot of resources to work with. You see 2 bars on deck, a counter hit. Look at these Ditto conversions. It's deja vu, no?
Yeah, those Rekka loops are carrying K-Brad all the way to the corner. K-Brad trying to escape the corner on the 3rd time. Ditto says, nope, I know just how to punish you. Great reaction there by K-Brad, but not enough against the terror that is Redditto.
Yes, Redditto able to take it 3-0 over K-Brad. I mean, K-Brad is just his placement inside of this top 8, right? He's just surrounded by nothing but Ramlethal in the sense of, like, even if he was able to get that victory over Ditto, he had Ramlethal no matter what on the other side in the form of Supernoon and Dadpool. So a tough draw there in terms of matchup. He's not familiar with Ramlethal, but I mean, amazing display. I really like the idea of how he was approaching. Like I said, keeping the air momentum strong. It's just Ditto's defense is on another level, and definitely the conversions are on another level as well.
Absolutely. Definitely a lot of Ramlethals, but K-Brad, you know, he'll still be in loser's bracket.
Yeah.
Also, another character that's pretty popular in this top 8, Axel Low. And who would have thought that we are most likely getting an Axel Low mirror here? Stealthy versus ChrisG. Stealthy definitely on a hot streak right now, right?
Oh,
Top 8 at Frosty Faustings.
Yeah.
I believe top 8 at CEO, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm actually not sure if he attended CEO, but I know top 8 of Frosty Faustings.
For sure, yeah.
And an update as of within the last hour or so, top 4 at RPVO West. Yeah, so
Wait.
Yeah, he ended up getting a 4th, if I'm not mistaken, at RPVO West, like literally just now. Like,
how? He was here.
Bro, it's all about grind. It's all about hustle. He brought his PS4 to the venue, hooked it up to the Ethernet, and just simply played his top 8 on the same Sunday Championship Summer Festival fight.
You're right. I actually saw him grinding online while he was here waiting for his top 16 match.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Look, man, Stealthy is like rise and grind. You probably see this face like more recently in the offline tournament structure, but a lot of online tournaments. So much so that when it comes to his offline major in his home state, he's like, actually, I got an Art Brevo to attend to. Let me take care of that real quick. So.
But we'll see who's the better Axel Low here, or at the very least, who's better in the Axel Low mirror.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, right? Because ChrisG's qualifying match was against a Ramlethal player as well, and it was just like insane aggression that I saw from ChrisG coming out. But Stealthy, I mean, if there's a signature move that Stealthy is known for at this point, it's the round start, the signature round start charge dust. Yeah, yeah, using that idea of his play style as well. So I'm seeing a lot of swinging going on right now between the both of them.
Yeah, both actually quite evenly matched, both in health and in meter. Chris building up a lot of risk right now. Oh, 6P! What a call out. That's only Axel Low knowledge for sure. Oh my god.
Beautiful double jump slash conversion off the BRC cancel Stealthy.
And then, yeah, ChrisG definitely on that pressure. Let's see, Stealthy finally pushing him out. Axel Bomber gets bursted by ChrisG. Says, you need to stay in the corner. Stealthy says, look, I can fight out of the corner. No problemo.
Stealthy, even with the back up against the wall.
ChrisG has definitely been the aggressor of this match for sure. And Stealthy has just been playing very calmly, defensively. But right here, it actually might work out in ChrisG's favor. He's building more meter and more damage off of it.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see Stealthy's risk gauge just slowly but surely crank it up here. Kind of a little bit of the danger zone, getting a little bit of cash out off that overhead.
And then, yeah, ChrisG using that meter. Stealthy actually now has meter and burst. Will he burst here?
No,
he
looks
cannot.
Like take it, yeah.
Cannot.
Yeah, off those actual conversions, especially off stuff like that, pushing into the corner, could be pretty much unbreakable at some of those points. So. even in rounds here, trying to see who's going to dictate the pace for the entirety of this set. Lots of buttons coming out, but a good snipe there.
Yeah. The anti-airs, the counter pokes from both of these players, very interesting on this interaction. But ChrisG has definitely been a little bit more proactive. We'll see. Stealthy pulls him in. No go though. ChrisG still with the life lead.
Yeah, it's so crazy kind of seeing the flow of this matchup right there. It is a mirror match, but it feels like it's ChrisG that's being kept out, and ChrisG's who's trying to go on the approach, right?
Yeah.
Something like they're not playing the same character.
Honestly, being kept out as actual low is not as big of a deal just because, you know, you have half screen normals. No big deal. They're playing half screen footsies. Will this burst happening? You gotta burst during Axel Bomber, otherwise you might never be able to burst again.
There it is. The 6P is what does it. Down to the wire, and they were definitely kind of scrapping, and it was all kind of just a matter of ChrisG's willingness to approach and not really play around the mid-range game for some very close range action between the back and there.
Second time there that Chris got the 6P and it really paid off for him, right? I think it really comes down to matchup knowledge and maybe even player knowledge, honestly, because Chris is willing to press forward and Stealthy is, Oh.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say, I know Stealthy usually does go for the green color.
Might be. Look, I guess I got mixed up too, you know.
It happens. And so to be fair, Stealthy is the aggressive Axel player. So like some of the momentum and things that we were seeing does seem kind of Stealthy-esque. So this actually all adds up.
There we go. Before Stream Chat says the commentators aren't professional. Like,
look, everyone was mixed.
I didn't know St. Patty's Day came early. You know, Stealthy is rocking the green.
Yeah.
Look at this pressure though.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, navigating perfectly over the ground control, attempted there for ChrisG, into the corner we go. It's Stealthy scooping it up.
Yeah, I think now that the tables have turned, I think that Chris would need to be able to be a little bit more proactive on the movement and making sure that Stealthy doesn't get to move around as freely as he is right now. He does get out of the corner, gets out of the corner position. Stealthy tries to check the jump back, but no dice. And now ChrisG.
Oh, early PRC though, gonna be missing out a bit of damage for this wall break.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do. I guess maybe ChrisG said, "Oh, I see what you're doing.
Right.
Let me incorporate that."
Indeed. Yeah, you can see ChrisG picking the spots a little bit better in the stealthy approach. But rather than completely resetting the neutral, trying to run away and go to full screen, opting for a little bit of aggression of you know, why not?
Oh, wait, what? That was cool.
Yeah, it ended up being a bit of a whiff punish seemingly there for Stealthy.
Yeah, actually countered the cherry bomb there by moving forward just a little bit and then doing 2H to counter hit. That's so cool.
Yeah, if anyone's gonna know some niche Axel counterplay, it would be the Axel player, right?
Yeah. And it's not to say that ChrisG hasn't been playing the game, but definitely not his main focus. I believe Dragon Ball would be the bigger focus. So Stealthy's like matchup knowledge here is really coming into handy.
Yeah, back up against the wall here with ChrisG just needing a couple of hits to get it done. The 2K, 2D, 3-piece combo will do it.
Whoa, this song is kind of busting right now. I actually kind of like it.
Yeah, I think it was the Jackal thing, yeah.
Give me them vocals, okay.
I think it's the same artist that sang the main theme, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Whoa,
Only
man.
Bangers.
Right now, Chris is running with the momentum here. Wait a second, excuse me?
Absolutely insane clash there. Stealthy able to get a conversion off of ChrisG, saying no way. First. Alright. Yeah, ChrisG's back up the squad. They feel like that's been a big difference maker in terms of who gets cornered first. Is Stealthy taking advantage this time around with the bomber combos. These two are really pushing each other to their limits, right?
Yeah, definitely.
The actual brain cell at work there. Similar round starts.
Some of my favorite things about mirror matches is like watching both players do the same exact thing at round start.
Right.
But Stealthy actually gonna throw him back into the corner. Goes for the PRC for the added pressure. ChrisG actually checks and pushes Stealthy back into the corner this time. Staggered lows.
So completely advantageous position here for ChrisG. Stealthy trying to find a way to maneuver out of the corner if at all possible. But yeah, ChrisG is just like, okay, if I just need a minor hit in order to take this, I'm going to go to my screen control tendencies. Maybe adding up here, Stealthy has definitely turned the tables. ChrisG's back against the wall now. Missed the YRC. ChrisG's been trying to work on this last bit of damage for so long and finally finds it in the form of that jump chain button. ChrisG going up 2-1 in the set now.
Yeah, ChrisG had a lot of defensive options there. The YRC, the active burst. I think ChrisG felt a little bit more confident there in those interactions. Stealthy, unfortunately, wasn't able to crack the shell, and this is just what we're talking about. Chris with the defensive maneuvers, Stealthy with a more aggressive approach. It's really cool to see this sort of a yin-yang approach in this interaction.
Yeah, definitely, you know, Chris is not afraid to take it slow. Even in closing interactions in that last round, you know, maybe other players may get overzealous and try to rush down for the hit. No, just pick the spots, waiting. That's going to name the game for the tight end set, but Stealthy takes the fight to ChrisG for this round. And going to be filling it out, both first on deck for both players.
Whoa, the check. Something that's Axel specific. Not a lot of characters have really a hard time with that block string, where he jumps back.
Right. I did notice about like Stealthy's routing as well. It's always, oh my god, tried to hit him with his
Hit him with a Stealthy, huh?
I respect it, I respect it. But yeah, Stealthy's routing seems to always be in a context where he's trying to corner ChrisG, right? And I imagine for combos just like this, definitely have the TK Bombers on deck. 3 of them is all it's going to take for the wall break. And the subsequent dub there for Stealthy as they're tied up 2-2 now.
All the Bombers in the world, 2-2. Going down to the wire here. Ooh. Yeah, they're matching each other blow for blow, just in different ways.
Yeah, and I mean, you can even like compare and contrast the way the past 2 games were taken, right? That last game was exceptionally quick in comparison to what we saw in the game 3 of ChrisG, kind of dictating the pace and slowing it down a bit.
Right. Ooh. Both of each other are, whoa!
Oh my gosh.
that's cheeky. There's no way an Axel runs up to you just to command throw you coming from behind.
That's the reason why he did it, but ChrisG ready for it. Nonetheless, able to get that anti-air as well. Just picking the spots perfectly. Stealthy in the danger zone now.
Yeah, just not stealthy enough. ChrisG being able to see through the lies and the deception. ChrisG actually now finally getting this pace, punishing a lot of the approaches that Stealthy is trying to approach. Ooh.
Got Stealthy being pushed into this corner now. This is not looking good. Trying to fight their way out. Oh my gosh, ChrisG possibly just trying to get Stealthy away from them. Not the best time burst, but no big punish.
Yeah, I can only imagine that was a goal burst, but nonetheless, ChrisG has him in the corner. Stealthy just barely trying to fight back. Chris actually giving some inch, moving, let him move forward a little bit. But the chip.
Basically just one hit here for Stealthy. Has access to burst, but not going to be able to spend it with that low on life. And NYChrisG in California from Vegas will be taking it 3-2 over Stealthy, moving on in this top 8 at Festival of Fights.
You know, I mean, ChrisG did have his residency here in SoCal for a good amount of time, actually. So no stranger to SoCal and repping the SoCal flag. But you could see that slight pop-off there from ChrisG. Just it feels good. It feels great when you win a mirror match.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's that pride of being like the better X character or player, you know, of that character. And he played phenomenal, honestly. We've seen more Stealthy these days, but ChrisG, he's not out of the game. He's absolutely not out of the game. Still a phenomenal player, still a force to be reckoned with.
Oh yeah, absolutely. ChrisG came to play, and by came to play, I mean like almost every single game in this tournament, right? But it's gotten some pretty good places in a lot of them, and getting that big win over Stealthy in the Axel mirror, definitely nothing to scoff at. You know, Stealthy, one of the top Axels in North America, so has to feel good for ChrisG as they persist. But we have more Festival of Fights, Guilty Gear Strive top 8 action coming at you here. This is actually going to be a matchup between NotChewy and WD Gaster. Interesting kind of spread of opponents here. NotChewy, local resident, you know, out of like the IAE area of Southern California, a frequent participant in some of the locals we have here at Riverside for Guilty Gear Strive. You know, very, very strong Nagoriyuki. Going to be going up against WD Gaster, who the entirety of the top 16 run with his Potemkin is, if I had to summarize it in one word, well, chaotic
fanatical.
or Mega Fist. It would be one or the other. I had to say chaotic or Mega Fist because man,
I was there with you. I was there with you, all right? I was there with you. My man does not hold back at all. It's either he moves with Mega Fist back or he moves with Mega Fist forward. And you're going to see a lot of Mega Fist forward. There's just no hold barred. It's absolutely, I am going to break you. And no hesitation whatsoever from Gaster. NotChewy, also another player who is not scared whatsoever. He's ready to swing, and he's ready to put you in situations that will make you feel very uncomfortable. Unfortunately, he beat a great Anji player to get to lose his top 8, you know. I heard through the grapevines.
Who could that be?
But yeah, I feel like this match is going to be pretty explosive, and it's going to be if NotChewy can control Gaster's persistence, right? And I believe Gaster is going to make sure that he does not stand any further than 6 feet.
Oh, yeah.
No social distancing for Gaster here.
Yeah, not at all. They are going straight in, and Gaster just stick to the plan. Go for the Mega Fist right around start. Chewy, wiser for it, going to be able to push it to the corner and now getting their mix started. So the thing about this match I think is really interesting, these players are both very momentum heavy. Like, they are looking to get started one way or another and then just like 0 to deadbeat from there. So you can see how much constant decision making coming out between the two of them. NotChewy getting the better end of the deal there in a like 21-second round. Like, what just happened?
Yeah. Yeah, actually both of them evaporated each other's 50% health in like 2 seconds. And unfortunately, NotChewy was the one who was able to push Gaster into the corner. But that's just the nature of Nagoriyuki's combos, right? They all corner carry you.
Oh,
Ow.
Yeah. Ow. Oof. And think about it, this is against Potemkin, some of the highest like health and guts in the game, still doing that much damage. Nagoriyuki, where has the time gone? All like 50 in-game seconds of it.
Wait, what happened?
I don't know.
Sorry, I literally blinked and then all of a sudden the match is over. What happened?
Just whole lot of red on life bars. Nagoriyuki is just swinging away. NotChewy doing an excellent job of keeping WG Gaster constantly on the defense, which, as we know from WG Gaster, is not where they want to be. They want to be Mega Fisting, swinging, hammer falling any way by any means necessary.
Yep. Just a note, every time Potemkin does forward Mega Fist, he is very negative.
Yes.
Even on hit, you can punish him if you do have the right normals. But Chewy, not really worried because still, every time Gaster forward Mega Fist, he's still too far for him to do anything. And unfortunately, one hit, go into the corner, we're going to do super, break the wall, boom. Say goodbye.
Yeah, and some of the more neutral interactions, I do like the way that NotChewy is playing this. He's kind of recognizing the Gaster style of play in terms of the 4 Mega Fist, kind of waiting for it, picking their spots, and then once they get their knockdown, that's when they start going on the aggressive with the next in. I'm going to go for the Oki. What a crazy burst, getting right through the Garuda impact. NotChewy not getting a burst punish for that, and that's what Proud going to be going for this wall break off the super here.
Yeah, Gaster does have the burst and 50% meter, but what can be done here? NotChewy is about to get 50% meter.
Oh my gosh,
and now you can't.
Oh, man. So I think that off of the dash, he wasn't quite sure if he's going to have the proper punish. This BRC, just to make completely sure, go for the fastest action possible, beating the throw, and was able to guarantee that punish. Good
nah, just say it how it is. That was disrespect.
Just
say it how it is. Just say it how it is. Lay it on the table. That was disrespect. He said, I'm going to spend more meter just to rub it in your face.
Let me take an extra second to savor this. I'll savor this.
You're going to watch this command grab in slow motion, baby. Oh my god. NotChewy just on the offense here, just not afraid. And Gaster has done not really much to stop the offense here.
Oh, I think Gaster was hoping that that super was going to punish the distorted hitbox of Nagoriyuki's 2-slash there. But NotChewy's just in full control. Gonna be in and off with the super. May not have even been necessary, but better safe than sorry. And Gaster really in a dangerous position here. NotChewy has been going multiple rounds unanswered.
Yeah, honestly, this is already set point. I feel like Gaster, I'm not sure. I mean, this matchup is definitely not something that's very easy for Pot, right? It's not something that is, you can just do one move counter and then all of a sudden you figured it out. But it's not looking good. The burst has to come sooner than that rather than later. And unfortunately here, Gaster will be entering spectator mode. NotChewy will move on into the losers bracket.
There it is, an absolutely powerful performance there from NotChewy, just showing what they're capable of. With that, Nagoriyuki, just offense, great cycle of options in terms of the command throw and the meaty close slash and things of that sort, but also playing it patient when he needs to. You know, I think there's a lot of scrapping that was going on in the literal first round.
Yep.
And NotChewy just recognized now, okay, I see a lot of Mega Fist, I see a lot of special moves. Let me just wait for Gaster to approach, see what's going on, and adapt accordingly, and then get my snowball going from there. Excellent approach overall.
Yeah. The biggest problem in that matchup, at the very least, is anytime Potemkin earns a hit, it's not necessarily a knockdown. Or at the very least, the way Gaster was playing it.
Right.
Every time Nago hits you, it was a knockdown, it was a corner carry, and it was a lot of damage. And then every time you are able to push him off of you, that is where Nago wants to be.
Yes.
He is at mid-range, and now Potemkin has to work his way in again. Can you believe that? It feels kind of bad, man.
Just a bit. And I mean, it's also a similar ideology for both characters, right? Because they're both kind of limited on their movement. Neither can run. They have to utilize other parts of their kit in order to go for the mobility there. But a solid run there from Gaster. I mean, top 8, nothing to scoff at, and definitely was a fan favorite in some of those top 16 matches. People were popping off for his Mega Fist style of play.
Yeah.
But NotChewy moving on, and we do have more losers bracket action coming up. Dadpool versus ChrisG on deck.
Yeah, I'm sure they played in Strive before, but I've mostly seen them play in Dragon Ball Fighters a lot more when Dragon Ball was a lot earlier in the hype stages. Dadpool, we can see his Jacko, nothing to scoff at. If you watch top 16 and pools, his Ramlethal, also nothing to scoff at. Definitely very strong player in both of those characters. Axel Low, I'm not entirely too sure who Dadpool would go for here. I don't know if Jacko is good against Axel. Not an expert, but I feel like Ramlethal would be the more solid choice.
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking to Dadpool over the past day or so, trying to get a little bit of an ideology of what he tends to counterpick with on a case-by-case basis. Because he does play the Ramlethal and the Jacko on a pretty high level, you know, and that's something that is definitely impressive for a game like Guilty Gear Strive that I feel like more people are starting to consider with not too high barrier of entry for characters, you know, having multiple people to swap to, but yeah, he does run this matchup a lot in the form of Stealthy. Him and Stealthy are training partners, so I think he typically does go Ramlethal for the matchup, and I can imagine why in terms of like actual like counter-poking minions and such, but
yeah, that's just a nightmare, you know. Trying to set up minions and Axel just poking at you, poking at the minions,
yeah,
and you just can't get anything set up. Might as well just play Ramlethal.
Indeed. So yeah, ChrisG, multiple Ramlethal. Yeah, I could see the like facial expression that he was making. I'm not sure if it was just in regards to the Ramlethal or in regards to just trying to think about how he's gonna approach this. But yeah, interested to see how this goes between the two of them. Game 1. Dadpool.
Someone really likes the Jacko.
It's Dadpool. Spoiler alert. It's definitely Dadpool.
I'm sorry.
This is it.
I have no hate against the team. You know, I just like hearing diversity. That's all. Here we go. And then ChrisG getting started. Dadpool not being able to find a way in until now, getting the IAD, but still on a life deficit. And ChrisG with the meter, you can only imagine here the RC is coming soon.
Yeah, ChrisG opting for that patented ranged approach that we saw against Stealthy earlier, just trying to keep Dadpool at bay and play at his optimal ranges. Can't blame him for it. Able to make the jab anti-air whiff off that empty air dash and gonna get the double axle bomber confirmed. Beautiful
That
stuff
was
from ChrisG.
sick.
Yes.
I love the fast RC like double bomber loops. Oh, he had the burst. There was going to be a lot of damage against Dadpool there. But unfortunately, it doesn't make a difference. You're only bursting Axel Low into his optimal range. Here comes another bomber, the second one, a third one, into death.
Gosh. ChrisG is just insanely on point right now. You can see that Dadpool is trying to navigate the neutral game and just find a way in, whether it be an airborne or a grounded approach. But pretty much no matter where Dadpool is going, ChrisG is matching them, meeting them with buttons and chains, and making it a complete nightmare approaching ChrisG right now.
That is rough. That is honestly, ChrisG didn't really have to RC there, but RC for the more more optimal punish there. And now Dadpool's in the corner. What do you do? Kraken, tell me, what do you do?
Man, I don't have the answers, man. It's just impeccable ChrisG play right now. Dadpool needs an answer and an answer fast, because it feels like just the way that these sets are going, it's fully ChrisG dictated, and he looks like he's just absolutely comfortable at the moment. Like, not really being deterred by anything Dadpool's thrown at him. Oh my gosh. Goes for a little bit. So it's interesting. The point where they finally went for a little bit more of an aggressive approach, met with some buttons from Dadpool to get some big chunks of damage, but does the wake up super in. Let's reset it back. I know the winning strategy didn't work, but big 2 for heavy splash there for Ramlethal, the spam jamma, as Dadpool calls it.
Are you serious? Wow, challenge the empty jump, and then Chris going on the offense still. Finally gets it there.
Whew. Man, oh man, ChrisG is feeling it, man. Look at him. Just 2 games straight over Dadpool. Dadpool stuck in a position where they haven't locked in quite yet. They could be thinking about the Jacko, but we mentioned it earlier, man. I don't know how well that's going to work. He does have experience in the matchup, but ChrisG is just playing absolutely clean at the moment.
Yeah, ChrisG's awareness and ability to change pace is very, very phenomenal. Right there at the very end, decided to push even though he had low health, knowing that this would be the better decision-making here. ChrisG finally got the burst from Dadpool. Dadpool getting the trade. This might be what he needs here.
Oh my gosh,
no.
yeah, did that jump heavy slash just a bit too early, not having access to the sword, so instead of whiffing. But Dadpool does have a very advantageous situation here for Ramlethal. Going for the motor process, super, probably thought it would kill. Not quite. ChrisG left with a master pixel.
Oh, actually, that was a little unfortunate. Actually attempted to go for the burst instead of the YRC. Goes for Renson, gets the trade instead, loses.
Yeah, ChrisG was committed to wanting to take that round, especially with the 2-game up lead. Just wanted to keep that momentum going, but unfortunately, risking a little bit too much on that burst. Won't have access to it for quite a bit. And now Dadpool taking advantage of the newfound momentum that they have in the set. A little bit of a change on pace here. ChrisG finding themselves in the corner, but just dashes away.
Ooh, a little bit of a misinput there from Dadpool, and actually gonna pay for it. Axel Bomber, Jalapeno Bombers. Oh, misses the last bomber, but does it matter?
Oh my
it doesn't.
gosh. In fact, in the way that it played out there, you know, when you're wall splatted high, you have a opportunity to hold forward and take away from the corner.
Yeah.
Dadpool didn't do that. I think they just expected to be wall broken, so ChrisG was still in an advantageous position there to close out that round with wall break. Now ChrisG is on match point here. Dadpool kind of fighting for their life.
Yeah, that was actually kind of pretty cool. Dadpool actually threw out the higher sword there just to check ChrisG's approach. And actually paid off because it pushed ChrisG into the corner, and that's why they're here. There you go, Dadpool with the 50% meter, goes for the low instead.
Yeah, it's cranking up the risk, cranking up the pressure. ChrisG commits to the YRC and the burst. Just anything to get Dadpool off of them, but now changing places, putting Dadpool under the pressure now, but needs to be really clean with the way that they approach this. Does not have much health to gamble with.
Oh my god! Dadpool, no!
The burst is available, a little bit of a drop there for ChrisG, but brought us to a next hit situation. Whips on the slam with the PRC. The chance of the 5K, there it is! ChrisG! Christopher Genius able to control the skies when it matters the most with a sliver of health, getting the 3-0 victory over Dadpool and moving on in this top 8. You gotta be kidding me.
You see right there, that was a 50-50 because Dadpool thought that ChrisG was going to retreat. He thought he was going to do the back. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting the names. Winner cherry slice or something. He was going to move back. And then usually Dadpool was checking that by doing neutral jump, air dash over. Instead, ChrisG delayed it. The snail catches the jump instead and ends the round.
Yes. Big brain decision making there from ChrisG, and just pristine gameplay overall. Like, even beyond the screen control techniques when Dadpool was getting in, I think his defense was on point. His 5K and 2K checks on Dadpool's pressure were amazing. That's how he escaped a lot of the pressure besides jumping and dashing away. Just a really solid display there from ChrisG as he'll be moving on. And, oh man, this top 8 is just heavy hitter matches after heavy hitter matches, man. We got K-Brad versus NotChewy coming up the bat. Millia versus Nagoriyuki.
Yeah, this is... I think NotChewy can do it for sure, but every time I've seen NotChewy be put into like a defensive situation, definitely can tend to crumble a little bit. If if K-Brad gets touches once, it's game over.
Right.
Twice, technically, if you have the burst. But if K-Brad does get the ball rolling, I think the momentum would really be into K-Brad's favor. So it's going to be about if NotChewy can actually handle how K-Brad moves.
Yes.
And if you can control Millia's movement, you're good to go. And I mean, Nagoriyuki, right? You got a big normal, you might be able to stop him.
Yeah, no, I think you summarized that perfectly, right? K-Brad's approach with this Millia throughout the entirety of this drive has been very active, mobility in the air with the blonde, maybe a little bit Trish-esque with K-Brad's approach on this Millia, but it's definitely going to be like a mosquito versus fly swatter match.
Oh, goes for the... Wow, what a gamble. I mean, first, YRC.
Oh. Yeah, NotChewy not going to allow for any RC shenanigans. Wants that momentum and wants it now.
Oh, the
Beautiful
6P.
Yo! Oh my gosh. I thought that there was a chance that 6 slash might have just whipped clean over K-Brad's Millia to pay them, but no, making contact.
Yeah, like I said, that 2H, definitely a normal that NotChewy is going to be using a lot to cover Millia Rage's approach.
Yeah, you can see NotChewy trying to get a read for where... It's hard for counterplay against Millia. It's not the best idea to hit where she's at, but also it's a better idea to protect where she's going.
Yep,
right, and I feel like NotChewy is kind of trying to get a sense of that right now with a little bit more like reserved approach to this matchup.
K-Brad.
And negative penalty on Millia, huh? I think K-Brad is having a little hard time of approaching here. Oh, DRC forward with the command throw, but K-Brad responds with violence.
Wake up super. Just what K-Brad needed. Cold burst. Chewy actually answering back. YRC? No. K-Brad goes for the throw instead.
Oh my gosh.
BRC.
BRC to escape. This is a dangerous situation here for K-Brad. NotChewy has...
What the?
What was that?
Huh? Wait, huh?
I don't even know what caused him to go airborne. NotChewy pulling out all the tricks for when it matters most. Right in this top 8, going to be getting the first game over K-Brad. What put him in the air?
I'm still confused. I'm trying to think about every move that he can do for him to go airborne into PRC. I don't know. That was awesome. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
Okay. K-Brad, again, just relentless. It doesn't matter how much...
Oh my god, did you see that snipe with the jump test?
That was sick. But what else was sick was that little shimmy that K-Brad there. Gonna break the wall? Yes, sir. We're gonna get the super? No, we're gonna go with the charge dust instead. Gonna keep the meter for the offense here. Goes for the disc right away. Oh, the check against Fukio. That's very important.
Yes, you can see the kind of payoff for not spinning that meter on the wall break has a little bit access of some choice play within the tension game. NotChewy goes for the 6P, but the tandem top with the RC cancel will be giving K-Brad the first round here.
Yeah, K-Brad looking a little bit more comfortable now, actually. But unfortunately, every hit you take, that's a third of your health.
Gosh, yeah, not much time has passed this round 2, but you would expect it to be a ton. Maybe NotChewy putting a little bit too much dip on the tip of the pressure. Does pop the blood gauge. Oh my gosh. Really?
Oh, this is...
The goal trying to chase down Millia now, K-Brad.
Oh no!
Way.
Ow.
Oh, bringing the hammer down. Oh, Nagoriyuki.
But K-Brad was able to grab a burst there from Chewy, forced because of the blood rage. Chewy actually now in the corner, gets the wall break. This could be big for K-Brad. Chewy won't be able to get the burst very soon. Wow, ran all the way across.
Yes, and this has been where
Bro,
K-Brad's been the strongest. Are you kidding me?
Are you serious?
How
Super.
many mix-ups does he have in his bag of tricks? K-Brad. Every time I see him play, he pulls out something new that I haven't seen him do previously. Insanity.
Oh, the chip, not Chewy. He forgot. Man, if I was K-Brad, I'd be feeling good.
Oh yeah, I mean that.
I told you, you'll be looking left, you'll be looking right, you'll be all types of cross-side by the time he's done with you.
Oh yes, K-Brad was looking kind of nice on the Oki there with the tandem top setters, keeping NotChewy guessing and under the defense, and that's going to be the thing. Pretty much the longer that they keep NotChewy out of situations like these where he's fully filling it, going based off of that momentum and keeping Millia's life bar draining. Are you kidding me? Is this going to be a kill?
She's dead.
Yeah. Just a bit. Just a bit.
110%.
Beyond dead.
He's done. He's going all the way back to Assassin's Guild.
What a response here from NotChewy with the perfect.
The 6B beginner here from NotChewy. Definitely very popular from him. And he's going to go for that little mix-up there.
Yeah, K-Brad eyed it out, jumped up the command throw. He's able to get a burst and fighting out of this corner slowly but surely.
Ooh, 6B to check K-Brad's approach there. Throw, command throw. Yep.
Starts forward with the command throw. K-Brad, not a lot of life to play with here, but gets a knockdown. This could be huge. NotChewy does not have a burst available. If he's not going to be able to defend properly against these Millia mix-ups that are sure to come. But he gets something, initial knockdown.
It just gets harder every time your health goes down because all of Nago's buttons all chip you.
Yes.
And it's just going to be either your health or your meter. And if you start FDing, then you gain less meter to mount a comeback, right? So just tough decisions all around.
Yeah, and that comeback could have been doable for K-Brad, right? NotChewy did not have access to burst, so long as they were able to keep their momentum going and the mix-ups coming, could have potentially made it happen, but NotChewy, good defense, gonna be on the cusp of victory here, 2-1 over K-Brad. K-Brad does not have a burst to use here.
Oh,
Yeah.
the 2H, another one. Wait a second, what?
You have got to be Nagoriyuki.
What?
Fantastic burst initially to not allow for K-Brad to get started, but what I did not know is that subsequently the next hit was dead. Just carry to the corner. Thanks for playing.
Imagine having like 60% health and then making one mistake.
This is the game we play. Oh my gosh, the big two heavy smash.
Wait.
He's gonna have an opportunity to get the burst back. Are you kidding me, NotChewy? With the blood pop, I don't know. Didn't account for that. Maybe had a kill sequence there. Is the turning of the tables here a slight miscalculation on that blood gauge?
Oh my god.
Fatal a mistake here for NotChewy. K-Brad not pulling any punches. It's your mistake, player, in my game. Just a slight miscalculation on blood management there for NotChewy. Comes back to bite him. K-Brad is still in this.
Don't you ever dare blood rage against me in my face ever again. Ever.
Okay, NotChewy trying to shake it off. Really had that match in the back there. Just a slight miscalculation on blood gauge management that did not quite get it in their favor. But the big two heavy smash anti-air, what a confirm. Straight into the full charge dust. Into the corner we go, and where Millia goes, nobody knows, but we do know that NotChewy will be progressing in this top 8 with the victory over K-Brad. What an intense set, my gosh.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, K-Brad's definitely had a lot of great comebacks, and especially against that one at the very end there. His offense, again, very good, but 2H.
You ain't never lied. 2H was doing mad work. As I said in the beginning, that match was going to be the mosquito buzzing around and the fly swatter, right? But it's like a fly swatter from the future, bro. Like,
imagine if Mr. Miyagi had the giant katana, he just like swings against the fly.
Yes.
That's exactly what Nagoriyuki is.
Oh my gosh, Nagoriyuki bringing out the proper tools for pest repellent in this top 8, but a solid performance from K-Brad. My gosh, just doing so much work in this top 8.
Yeah, I mean, shout-outs to K-Brad. Definitely it's had such a performance. A lot of those great comebacks. You could hear from the crowd, too. I mean, you could hear it from us.
Yeah.
But, winners finals. Supernoon versus Redditto. You were just talking about before how there's just so many Ramlethals, and here we are at 2 of them in winners. Supernoon and Redditto. I mean, Redditto was very solid. Played very, very solid against, I believe, no, it was against K-Brad. Redditto versus K-Brad.
Right.
Absolutely mauled him. Supernoon, again, also another really strong player. I was just saying that, you know, Supernoon's got some momentum. You know, just got newly sponsored. I know Pinnacle was a while away, but still, you know, that was his last, you know, big offline event. And now here he is at his, you know, another offline event in winners finals, nonetheless.
Oh, yes.
So, kind of wonder who has a better knowledge of how this this mirror match is gonna go.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in terms of the player strengths, right? I feel like Redditto is definitely a prime example of the very optimal Ramlethal play. Like when it comes to the Rekka loops and the type of conversions that I see Redditto goes for, and just the way that they construct their pressure, all the tricks that they have up their bag, it's a really big treat to watch because he pulls out type of situations that I don't see a lot of Ramlethals go for. But when it just comes to the absolute solid approach in the footsie ground game, getting in your head and just, you know, off the strike throw, just completely controlling the reins of the battlefield on the ground, that is Supernoon to a T. He just gets into this zone where he just has full control, you know, maneuvering around the map so well. And yeah, I think it's going to be a very interesting area.
It's the movement.
Yeah.
When you see, you'll know it's the movement. But still, great check on Redditto. It says you are not allowed to get out of the corner. Supernoon actually paying for it. What a photo.
I thought that was going to kill, no cap.
Yeah, no, I mean, all of us, honestly.
All right.
Yeah, able to close that out right there. Let's see what the adjustment here from Supernoon. Wow, immediate 2S. That's definitely matchup knowledge. That's definitely matchup.
Okay, yeah, trying to go for some pretty esports route there with the record cancels. A little bit of a drop.
Okay, Supernoon slowing it down. The sword's about to come back soon. Oh, he's being pushed. The sword is coming too slow.
Oh, man. This is a Ramlethal win condition, especially against herself. She's not equipped with the most amount of health. As Supernoon is definitely in a dangerous territory right now. Redditto with the positive regen bonus has all the meter to spin. They're going to be spinning it straight to a Mortabano off the bird. RC cancel. Ditto looking fantastic in this matchup thus far.
Yeah, this is a very dangerous match. I mean, they're both playing, you know, half-screen footsies, but any one mistake, you know, you get sent to the corner, and then the damage output is just so much. The 6B definitely putting in a lot of work, going right through a lot of these normals that Supernoon's doing.
Yes, I see Supernoon trying to be a little bit more on the aggressive side. Yeah, that corner positioning that you just had to deal with, I think I like the sound of that. Let's see how you manage. Gets the wall spot into the mortar bottom. Beautiful routing there from Supernoon. It's going exactly what he needs to get that kill and the round.
Supernoon starting to challenge a lot more now. Not very dissuaded by the 6B that Redditto's been doing. Do you see that? Instead of going for a whip punish, decides to go run up for the throw instead. I can only imagine that he's actually going to keep the corner, goes for the low, keeps him there. Super? Or Fado. Not dead yet.
Yeah, the maneuvering for Supernoon when it comes to application for this match. Oh my god, you have the sword throw, RC toss. I'm in your head. How dare you burst? I know that I'm in my zone and you're trying to get me out of it.
How do you know?
Don't let me out of my zone.
How do you know? Oh yeah, shit. Definitely not out of the zone. Definitely not out of he just knew.
Yes.
He just knew.
Supernoon. He's turning it up, right? And you notice the thing that you pointed out there of rather than trying to whip.
Yep.
They traded 5 slashes and then went back and forth on the heavy slash counter. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, you can see both of their facial expressions. I'm loving it right now. They're like, yep, mirror match. There's nothing more that needs to be said here.
It is what it is.
Ooh, great escape from both of them actually, using meter to either P or BRC out. But yet, Redditto staying in control.
As well. I love Redditto's air-to-airs, like the jump jabs and jump kicks have really been controlling the skies here, making it tough for Supernoon to escape out of situations just like this.
Yeah, Supernoon actually having a little bit of tough time getting out of the corner. Redditto actually burying the offense a little bit so much. Oh, that was huge. He's gonna keep him in the corner.
Yeah.
Redditto does a meter. If that wake up super gets shot out, Supernoon might be dead.
Early tense here. Neither player having burst available. Redditto trying to get something started with the sword toss RC. Supernoon patient, but recognizes that they can't stay here for much longer. The risk gauge is cranking. They don't have a lot of life to gamble with. RC's are trying to get a cheeky escape, but Redditto, wiser about it, just meets them with the 6P. And the proper confirmation right after with the Rekka. Redditto shaking his head, feeling it as they're up 2-1 against Supernoon.
Yeah, Redditto has really been in control, especially for these escapes. You know, there's just no escape. I know you're trying to leave the corner, but no, I have 6B, I am ready. Supernoon responds with a gold burst. That could have been big. but actually gonna go for the pressure instead here.
Yes, Ramlethal with a gold burst is absolutely terrifying as far as what it does for her kit, right? She can commit to the Rekkas fully and then RT cancel for a good amount of risk gauge build-up. As you can see, Redditto almost going into the max risk territory there. And you can see the payoff here in the life bar. Absolutely melting away. Supernoon off that gold burst. Complete momentum, but Redditto looking to turn the tables.
No. This is what Redditto needs. YRC actually, actually, no.
Oh my gosh. Wow, can't believe it. Supernoon went for that.
Uh-oh, this is the PRC, the dust.
Classic.
Indeed, the classic. Yeah, Supernoon went for that because he recognized that Redditto has been very on point with the 6Bs. Decides to throw an even bigger normal one that 6B can't cleanly beat.
Makes sense, makes sense. Ramlethal does float in the air a little bit off of that airborne special, so very smart adaptation there for Supernoon. Beautiful confirmation here. Oh my god! Swinging a miss on that burst there for Ditto. Gonna be definitely in a dangerous territory here as Supernoon trying to go on the approach, but a solid backdash to avoid anything too pivotal. Ooh my gosh, yeah, just left a big enough gap in the pressure. Supernoon.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta call out with a wake-up grab. It's super scary, but it is a 2-frame option, so you know, not a bad option nonetheless. The wreck-up pressure from Redditto is just really good.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that was I guess you'd call it recent. It's from one of the more recent patches buff that Ramlethal got in terms of how she's able to utilize her with the dash cancels and special move cancels, and it just allows for such unique pressure sequences of very, very damaging combos. Speaking of which, Supernoon cashing in. Man, why do they call him Red if he uses the blue color? I mean, there's a lot of red on that life bar, so maybe that could be the reason why. And the whiffed burst in the corner. Yeah, burst against Ramlethal with routes like that.
Yeah, you saw Supernoon did not move a single inch. He was like, all right, you're gonna burst or you're gonna die. So you choose now, and then I'm gonna give you your fate in a second.
Man, oh man, I am loving this set. Both players taking a bit before they go back into it as we are in a Game 5 situation, pushing each other to their limits. What do we have here? Who's going to Grand Finals when decided festival of fight?
Yeah, I mean, now Redditto's got him in the corner. Supernoon getting pressed. Oh, goes for the throw.
And these have been the sequences when Redditto has been so powerful. The strike throw mix-ups in the corner, supplemented by the sword. That time goes for the low. Last time, it was the uncharged dust. Messy guesses all over the place with the wall break. Just needs a sliver of life in order to get it.
Okay, YRC to get Supernoon off. That 6P, it was just a matter of time. Every time you jump, Redditto is ready. You cannot be in the skies, okay?
Oh boy, familiar territory for Redditto as they're once again on set point, but Supernoon brought it back previously. Do they have another one in the tank?
Again, the escape covered by 6P from Redditto. Again, you jumped away, 6P there for you.
Oh my gosh, how does Supernoon utilize this burst? Just tries to get out of the corner right here, right now. On their final stand here at the moment, but the Redditto counterplay has been so on point. The anti-airs, the stuff on the ground approaches, and of course the confirms. As we mentioned earlier, Redditto with the clean Ramlethal confirms, and with that optimization going to be moving into Grand Finals winner's side of Festival of Fights with the 3-2 victory over Supernoon.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of the interactions in the mirror were kind of going neck for neck, but still the one thing that was really big to me, Supernoon just couldn't get out of anything. He was trying to establish space. He was trying to make sure to make some offense. 6P. 6P, 6P, 6P.
Yes.
Redditto was ready every single time, and that was a huge, huge contribution to that that matchup there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Not only the 6P checks, right, but it was what happens afterwards with the 6P, because I feel like what would separate a good Ramlethal from a great Ramlethal in that situation is like, okay, if you have the 6P checks on my escape, that's cool, but what are you getting for that? Are you going to just get the knockdown, or do you have a conversion with it?
Yeah.
And Redditto made those conversions hurt every single time. That was just phenomenal Ramlethal play, rewarded with that Grand Finals. And we do have a losers bracket to run through here. Super not out of it yet. Going to be awaiting in losers finals as we introduce the rest of this loser bracket. NotChewy versus ChrisG coming up here shortly.
Ooh, yeah, this. And I feel like these are like complete opposites. You know, just NotChewy, a little bit tend to be a little bit more aggressive, but and you can tell Chewy sometimes really pushes the offense forward by continuously adding the pressure and building up the blood rage. It's a gamble. You think no sane Nago players are gonna go that close, right?
Right.
But that is the mix-up. You think he's not gonna keep going, he's gonna keep going. And when he opens you up, he hits you a few times, you lose 60%. He gets back the just the right amount of blood, and he's right there at the perfect blood rage level, level 3. But ChrisG though, his defense has been really holding up very well, especially today. And especially in scramble situations, his decision making is so good.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot stress that enough. His decision making is so good. So it's gonna come down to really, ChrisG is gonna keep him out for sure. But can he make the right guessy, or will it be messy for NotChewy?
I like it. I like it. Let's see how it works out here. Two players in this losers bracket who have definitely been utilizing quite a bit of momentum to get here. ChrisG with that strong establishment of the neutral game, NotChewy with the headstrong aggression. Here we go, losing semis. You can see ChrisG just trying to control that space, keep NotChewy at bay.
Yeah, good on Chewy to FD while he was getting pulled in. Just to land a little bit earlier, but still, ChrisG on the offense here. Axel Bomber. Actually was going to miss that Bomber, but NotChewy opting for the burst anyways. Trying to gain back any type of ground. The 60 actually checking ChrisG in the air.
Yeah, you can see NotChewy trying their best to just figure out a way to navigate around the neutral game. You know, with Nagoriyuki's limited approach in terms of mobility, having the delayed jump, not having a run, getting around a character like Axel with this much screen control can be a little bit of a nuisance, as ChrisG having a fantastic first round there.
Yeah, Chris is definitely hitting all of the spots that Chewy wants to be in. Not just already in, every time you jump, already checking you. Look, oh my god. New, how do you know?
But you can see Chewy recognizes the task, right? I love the round start 6P Beyblade for just instant aggression, right? He just says, okay, if we're gonna be playing here and I'm gonna be, you know, making some decisions in order to come into a victory, I need to keep the matchup close, because that full screen territory was not the business.
ChrisG actually getting pressed in the corner, but Chewy gonna play it slow. Got the life lead. You don't have to do much.
Yeah, it's okay. Had enough pressure to match. Blocked the full charge dust and was able to get some quick frame trap afterwards. Chewy, a good adaptation. See if they're able to get back into that close range territory where they previously saw success. Or ChrisG be able to fight out. Right now, it's looking like ChrisG is in the blender territory right now. Mixes stays. NotChewy aggression coming in strong. ChrisG just gets a timely burst. Please get away from me, sir.
He's gonna opt to leave the corner instead of getting the damage. Definitely a great choice. You now have real estate to move back a little bit. You don't really want to be in the corner where Chewy has a burst as well to burst you back into the corner.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, instead of going for the anti-air, I know you're gonna respect my anti-air, so I'm gonna go for the command grab. Very, very smart from ChrisG. NotChewy does have a lot of meter though. This could turn really bad for ChrisG soon. But ChrisG also has a lot of meter. I mean, this is not as bad. This comeback could actually be very feasible.
Yeah, the thing is that NotChewy had a massive life lead initially, but they're kind of biding their time and trying to figure out how to play this out for the finish. Of like, should I approach ChrisG? How should I do it? Am I taking a risk in doing so? So they've been gambling a little bit of life with this decision making, but does go work themselves to a range where the 6P could be a threat. Gets a big hit. ChrisG kind of on their final legs here in terms of life. He's extremely careful. NotChewy going for the final swing. Not quick enough. Burst on deck for both players.
Okay, Chris actually playing very carefully. Ooh, almost got him. NotChewy with the reactions on the command grab.
Yes. This is just...
8 seconds, 7 seconds.
Chance, man.
Gold
Go
burst,
for the gold
5
burst.
seconds.
Nothing but no punish as well. NotChewy.
Wait. Bomber! ChrisG! Oh my god!
NotChewy couldn't figure out how they were going to close the match in the entirety of those sequences. And ChrisG says, I'm going to place it nice and slow. If you're going to approach me, I'll put out the proper hitboxes necessary. You're not going to get this hit for free. You're not going to cover this ground for free for almost an entirety of the 60 seconds. Right when it mattered most, gets the burst bait and the game. ChrisG.
Who would have thought that the timeout was actually going to be for ChrisG? Because Chris was running out of time and you knew NotChewy was already looking at the time. said, okay, you gotta come to me. All of a sudden, Chewy with the panic burst, Chris with the read. Oh my gosh.
Yes, and I mean, as we stated earlier, we know NotChewy for the relentless aggression, for the snowball effect, is the way that they like to take matches. Was put in a situation where they had to use time on their side. That may not be a win condition that they're too familiar with. And man, oh man, the unfortunate burst timing there. Now ChrisG utilizing that momentum to carry them into this game to massive life lead at the moment.
Yep. Chewy fighting back with the 2H into Fukyo, but it's starting to look not too good. That Fukyo is starting to build up. Has the PRC just to move forward.
Oh boy. Watch yourself, ChrisG. Yeah, I saw a caution over there in the risk gauge, but was able to find the hit that they needed, changing positions in the corner for the bomber loops. And now ChrisG is looking absolutely pristine as they're trying to work on the second game.
Yeah, he's looking like he's on fire. He's definitely in the zone right now. You see Chris just very controlling, very, very patient. Doesn't need to overextend.
Yeah.
But he's also moving at a pace where Chewy doesn't think he's gonna move in, you know?
Right. Yeah, I gotta imagine these constant switch-ups of full-screen gameplay into rushdown is really messing with Chewy's mental. Because like when ChrisG is playing those ranges that are so tough for Nagoriyuki to approach given the lack of mobility, Chewy is just thinking about, okay, man, how am I gonna get in? Like, I can't play at this range forever. I don't have much to, like, you know, threat. And then ChrisG just all of a sudden turns it up, goes in, and just like, man, I gotta change my, you know, thinking process in an instant. All of a sudden I'm on the defensive. What's going on? Like,
it's funny watching. Oh no! It's funny watching Chewy get pulled around left and right.
just completely dragged around by this Axel. ChrisG. This losers run has been phenomenal thus far. He's trying to work on this one against NotChewy. He's looking pretty good at doing it. Up 2 games, NotChewy needs something and needs something fast because these have been very ChrisG dictated pace of matchups here.
Goes for the projectile into the Fukyo, but still gets pushed away by Chris. And it's rough. You're just getting chipped slowly.
Yeah, this is like a matchup that feels like Chewy's initial interaction from literally round start is something that's going to have a big factor on the rest of the game here. Some of the more momentous occasions that we've seen from Chewy is the 6P round start that allows for some of this aggression. But anything that is resulting in him getting hit or blocking or moving back, that's all in ChrisG's favor, because he just says, okay, I'm going to go back to my mid-range game that's working, the full-screen game, keeping you out, and just playing the long game. Can you navigate around this?
Yeah, look at this. 46 seconds. It's been almost a whole minute, over a minute of just pure zoning. Pure unadulterated zoning, and ChrisG has zoned his way into set point here.
Man.
I don't know. I mean, does Chewy have the answer? I mean, I can't see it outside of just, you know, a few bit of gambles, some YOLO spins, maybe some Beyblades, but even then, I feel ChrisG is prepared for that too.
Yeah, you do see him.
What?
Run and throw out of nowhere. Dude, I'm telling you, he just turns it on in an instant of just like, I'm going to be playing the long game. It's like, no, actually, I think I may take a risk. What's it going to be? You got to be so defensively ready here, and NotChewy just seems to not have the answers as ChrisG has all of them. Zoning gameplay, fielding in the zone, getting the confirmation of the Trip Guard command throw from an obscene range, and ChrisG, 3-0 victory over NotChewy, just running a tear through this losers bracket thus far. He's on a roll. Man,
what?
oh man, oh man.
What? Wait. That was sick.
Yes.
Remember I was just talking about the how he does command grab every time Chewy jumps, right? Because Chewy's trying to respect the anti-air. Instead, Chewy jumps so close that instead the command grab triggers Axel Bomber when you're that close. And then he gets a conversion off of it because he was near the corner. What?
He's ready for it. Ready for it. What does the G stand for in ChrisG? Genius, right? No, it has to be.
Christopher Genius? Christopher Godly? Yeah. Just insane. I cannot believe it.
Oh my gosh.
Even ChrisG laughed too. I'm like, yeah, I planned that. Yeah, I planned that.
Going exactly as planned here.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm pretty OD. That was definitely planned. I could feel it from him. But can he overcome this? This is Supernoon. I know Supernoon just lost, but He's still got some juice in him. I can definitely tell he's still got some juice in him. And he really wants that run back.
Oh,
Nothing
yeah.
more than the run back from a mirror match you just lost.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want nothing more than that.
Absolutely. If there's anything that is not for question here, it's definitely Supernoon's hunger and determination when it comes to these strive brackets, just playing so solidly. And, you know, looking to put more trophies on the mantle. You know, after, like you said, that Pinnacle win was a bit ago. But I just feel like when it comes to Supernoon's laser beam focus on this game and the Ramlethal approach, it's been getting cleaner by the months, by the weeks. And I'm really excited to see how this matchup goes, actually, because just with ChrisG, like, momentum here throughout this loser bracket run has been phenomenal. Like, he is really kind of zoned in and playing at the top of his game right now. So Supernoon coming off of the loss, see if he's going to be able to put a stop to what has been such ChrisG momentum here.
Yeah, we'll see. Now, again, we always have a saying, losers bracket ChrisG. You do not want to see losers bracket ChrisG. It's something different, I'll tell you that much.
We got here, losers finals. Oh my gosh.
No. Yeah, again, I was telling you, losers bracket ChrisG, here it is. One vision, this is the one vision. Into a bomber, another one. No.
Oh man, in fact, if it was the bomber, I think that would have been the round.
Yeah, that definitely would have been the round. But, I mean, 50% for Ramlethal, I mean, never say never, right?
Indeed, guys. Any hit, going for that dive, no anti-air there from ChrisG, and yeah, Supernoon recognizes it, says you did have it the first time, okay, I'll do it again. Let's see what we got. Rewarded with corner positioning. This is when things get dangerous. You don't want Ramlethal here. Text the throw, and what a trade!
Woo! If he got hit by that, it would have been game over for sure.
Absolutely.
Because he wouldn't have been able to burst from the swords and the wall would have broke. But ChrisG getting away. Supernoon starting to finally find his pace here. Yeah, Chris reeled back in his chair. He said, I can't believe that hit me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, real back, not believing the hit, and also maybe just knowing what was coming to follow. That Ramlethal damage leading into the perfect. Supernoon with a solid response.
But 99-second ChrisG instantly challenged, gets the hit. Supernoon already back in his face though.
Absolutely, yeah. Supernoon trying to go for that in and out play style. Just threading the needle. ChrisG once again finding themselves with the back up against the wall. This is not where you want to be against Ramlethal. You see the wrist gauge cranking. Every single one of these hits are absolutely terrifying here for ChrisG. The RC Kevin has access to the burst, utilizes it and saying, you know, just get a little bit too dicey for my liking. Please give me some room.
Yeah, actually, I sort of like that that burst. It's a little bit easier to burst during block strings because players aren't necessarily looking for the bait and made Supernoon waste 50 meters before the burst. But now, look at this. At the bomber. Meaty 6H. Whoa, the challenge to air, but not quite. Whew, ChrisG.
Man, you really have to put a highlight on ChrisG's resiliency and just kind of willingness to stick it out in that match. The amount of times that he was like in that last round above half risk or even at full risk was a solid amount of seconds. And just not getting opened up, utilizing his defense resources properly in terms of FD and burst to avoid anything chaotic, that was amazing stuff.
Ooh, we waited just a second to see if ChrisG was going to either do YRC or Wake Up Super. But Chris just poking away.
Yeah, ChrisG's ability to find out the corner is so impressive, especially against a character like Ramlethal, where that is like literally one of her win conditions. It's like having you in the corner. You see right here, ChrisG has not been able to leave the right side of the screen, but they're fairly even on life. And there it is, that wrist gauge cranking in. This time, Supernoon finding success in the throw, trying to cash out, unfortunate drop combo, but there it is. Still able to pick up the pieces.
You sometimes just gotta roll with it. You drop it, you gotta keep it going.
Yes.
Yeah, ChrisG trying to establish the mid space, but Supernoon just so relentless, just being so close in his face. And he's forcing ChrisG to press some of the closer normals, and actually then being able to run in after he whips normals.
Yeah.
See, trying to hit 5K just to check. Supernoon nowhere near it.
Yeah, and it makes sense, right? Supernoon trying to press that issue to constantly corner ChrisG of just being like, okay, you may be fighting well out of it, but as long as I keep putting you in here, this is definitely where I'm advantageous. ChrisG's saying, you know, even though I can fight with my back up against the wall, I'd rather just not be there in the first place. Getting a dub on the round in the mid screen, doing a fantastic job controlling that neutral game.
Yeah, Supernoon is just trying to stay as mobile as possible. Yep, the anti-air jab, that was amazing. ChrisG opting to just burst him out of the corner. I don't want to be there.
Rightfully so. Knowing what Ramlethal is capable of there, but an unfortunate whiff on the combo attempt there from Supernoon.
Oh,
Yo,
the
shimmy.
shimmy. Yeah. Again, nope, does not bite. This time, still continuing the pressure. Yep, there's the RC.
God.
Oh, BRC. Oh, goes for the low.
That was so cheeky that ChrisG definitely thought overhead. I thought overhead, but it was empty jump low off the BRC cancel.
Yeah, that's real dangerous. You can get some fuzzy stuff there, but yep. ChrisG just threw his hands in the air. He said, "When does it stop?
Oh
when does it stop?"
Gosh. Yeah, just a look of
look at it. It doesn't. It never stops, Chris.
His absolute like dismay is what the ChrisG facial expression is saying here. Being in misery in the corner blocking against Ramlethal, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, Supernoon, that's been kind of the tale of this matchup of having ChrisG in the corner, his defense being so on point. But the wealth of options that Ramlethal has at display in that corner situation, especially with meter, can be deadly.
Yeah, Supernoon finally finding his stride here. Yeah, it's just
yeah, you're finding his stride all right. My God, a perfect
performance indeed. And I think Supernoon knows that last round with the pressure really got to Chris. Definitely really got to Chris. Now Chris is playing a little tilted, but you know Chris won't stay there forever. He will compose himself. But is it deja vu or is it just me?
I mean, no, I feel like I've seen this show before. A little bit more rerun here for Supernoon. But hey, nothing wrong with that. If the rerun equates to dubs, a Supernoon, a very emphatic game 3 there. A 2-1 against ChrisG.
That was a fast episode. What was it, filler episode?
It might have been.
So someone hit the next button there, and we're on the next episode. Supernoon. I think he's ready. Oh, wait a second. Okay. I know ChrisG has a happy chaos.
Oh!
It's not perfect. I talked to him a little bit about it. He says that it's not tournament ready. He would love to play happy chaos, but it's just not tournament ready. And I like ChrisG sticking to his guns, you know? I don't think Chris is necessarily doing anything wrong per se, but Supernoon is playing really well. Sometimes it's just how it is. And now, look on the flip side. Chris, he's got the momentum on this.
Oh yeah, that was a good confidence booster around just get ChrisG's head back in the game, because when he's playing in his bag, in his zone, he is a menace with the screen control and the in and out front gameplay that Supernoon's doing against him. Exactly. So you see ChrisG trying to find those pockets, keep Supernoon under the pressure, throws out of the corner, may be suffering for that. The burst, Supernoon saying, okay, don't mind if I do. I'm going to take this positioning. This is what's been giving me so much mileage. Whole lot of red on ChrisG's life bar right now.
Yeah, ChrisG opting not to burst there. Supernoon, a lot of meter. I mean, oh, wait, what? Supernoon ran up just to get grabbed instead. Oh, is this going to be it's kind of risky.
No way!
That's the worst case scenario. Yeah, I mean, Supernoon actually went for the finishing Rekka. ChrisG tried to burst it, actually missed instead. Both of them reeled back. I don't think Supernoon even planned that.
No, not at all. I think the context of that combo definitely felt like it was going to be ChrisG just keeping their burst for the next round, but they committed in definitely a dangerous situation. They don't have the burst available. Supernoon just a couple of sequences away from going to the grand finals here. ChrisG fighting back with all they possibly can, try to control the screen, make that not a reality, but the dive. No confirmation off the RC cancel.
Yeah. Okay, but ChrisG is still resilient. If he gets the bomber loops here, this could be big.
No
way. Actually gets a wall stick.
Where did he pull
the
that
pop-off.
from? Man, oh man, ChrisG digging deep, staying composed, and bringing us to a game 5 situation right when he was up against the ropes.
That was so close because right there on the final hit of the bomber, Supernoon finally got his burst. But when you get wall stuck, you cannot burst. When you get wall splat, you cannot burst. And I can't believe ChrisG, the right combos, the right timing, the right clutch. We are here on the final round of Losers Finals.
ChrisG, a man on a mission, making the long trek through his loser's bracket. Doesn't want it to be for nothing. Wants that grand final spot, staying as composed as possible to try to bring together Supernoon. Fighting for that chance to get the run back against Redditto. What's going to happen here in Festival Fights? ChrisG going on a momentum train right now, fighting back with a perfect. What is this?
No way, I can't believe it. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked and when ChrisG also got the comeback. Chris, look at him. No burst on Supernoon's side. I mean, ChrisG, he's looking very oppressive, not really letting him out of the corner. He finally did give him a little bit of space, but look at the health difference.
Dude, can he ever be counted out? ChrisG, Supernoon, no burst available. We've seen this before. The bomber doesn't go for the bomber on the wall break. Supernoon does not have much to work with here. Has to be wondering how they ended up in the situation in the first place. Things are looking so peachy. But ChrisG, all the momentum, throwing everything they possibly can, looking for the final hit, and the 5P does it. A double perfect? Is that what I just saw?
I mean, I might be Ray Charles. I didn't see nothing. I mean,
Blinded by the lights, but baby, it's the lights on stage with ChrisG's presence up there constantly through this loser bracket, rewarded with the grand final shot against Redditto coming from the loser side. His run has been impeccable. 3 O's, and then right with the 2-1 situation gets a player of the caliber of Supernoon, making the necessary adaptations possible and taking it 3-2. I can't believe that he was able to dig deep and pull that out of nowhere. That was crazy.
What more to say? It's ChrisG. This is ChrisG. I mean, he lives and he thrives in this, all right?
Yeah.
He lives and he thrives, and comebacks are nothing to him. Losers bracket, ChrisG, I said it, I'll say it again. It's something else, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's hot. If he's so hot, he might make the reset.
Yeah.
Because thinking about it, he's had a lot of Ramlethal matchup, experience. Now he's building up to it. He's finally overcome Supernoon, and now he might overcome Redditto. I mean, Redditto definitely does play differently from Supernoon, right? So I won't say that, for sure Chris is going to make this comeback.
Right.
Redditto is definitely another force to be reckoned with. Let's see if Chris can adjust to Redditto's playstyle before he can finally, make that momentum keep going.
Yeah.
You never know, though. You never know. Redditto might just 3-0 him.
Right, that's the opposite end of the coin there. Because I mean, in terms of 2 players in the top 8, they've been playing hot, naturally so because they're in the grand finals. But straight up, like Redditto just played a fantastic set against Supernoon, who was looking super clean yesterday in all of their matches to work their way up to this point, and just a really refined, excellent Ramlethal player, top of the line when it comes to NA Ramlethal players. But ChrisG, just the momentum factor, the heart that he's playing with, and just the overall presence of mind, just staying completely in the moment and simply getting the job done is what has gotten him to this point. Grand Finals, Festival of Fights, ChrisG, Redditto. This is going to be something else.
Definitely a match to remember.
Duel 1.
There we go. Ramlethal and Axel, the 2 characters, mind you, that had repeats in the top 8. There's 3 Ramlethals and 2 Axels. So statistically, maybe something that we could have expected, but with these 2 players, just given the caliber of competition, Supernoon, Dadpool, and Stealthy, don't know if I would have made these picks. ChrisG on a mission right now.
Again, Redditto showing off the 6B he's so well known for. Chris, there's just no escape. Literally. You are in this cage with me. And Chris Redditto pushing him into the other corner. Gets the grab. Ooh, Mortamato, yeah. Yeah, Redditto's approach is it's not to say that he's more aggressive. He's really pressing at moments where Chris is not really ready for. And Chris keeps jumping and then keeps getting clipped by Redditto's 6B.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of wonder it's maybe because Redditto's ground game is just so good that players are forced to jump against him. And that's where he gets them with a 6B. Look at this.
Oh my gosh, I mean, this was just a cycle of like very good non-wall break constructed pressure. And I think there's also a little bit of a noticing of ChrisG's lack of FD. then allowing for those constant close slashes into the heavy
No
loops
way.
there. Is he really going with the man's Kyle over there? Is that a Kyle Keyscape pick that I'm seeing ChrisG teasing?
Yeah, I mean, no monsters here, only Red Bull, but the Kyle does appear from the wall. Kyle Keyscape, I don't know. I've seen him play a few times. I've seen him play Kai a few times. You know, I've seen him stream a few times, but honestly, I haven't seen his Kai as much as I've seen his Axel or any other characters. And it's actually kind of funny because Flash Metroid also transitioned from Axel to Kai
Right.
Keyscape. So I'm kind of wondering what the trend is up for, but you know, maybe this would be the better matchup, and I would love to see what Chris's Kai brings to the table here.
Yeah, interesting decision to make at a time like this, right? With seeing so much success with the Axel. Against Ramlethal, no less. I don't know if that was intentional. A very big bet to make with the DP right after.
It's very un-Chris-like.
Yes.
I'll tell you that. Whoa. I mean, nothing to lose, right? I know, he jumped back into the blast. Are you serious?
Unfortunate. Forgot about the blast. Look at what has equated from that. The knockdown with the super red ditto. Man, you want to talk about an oopsie daisy, Red Ditto said, you know, we take those. But the reversal throw here for ChrisG, trying to change the time to the momentum just a bit. PRC, oh my gosh, maybe trying to catch Red Ditto from escape from the corner.
Oh, Vapor Thrust. Oh, the flip kick plus frames. Goes for that Dire. Actually gets punished.
Yeah, that is something in this matchup you need to be really careful about in terms of like spacing out your Dire, because Ramlethal with that, you know, far slash is definitely something that can check in terms of punish, and it's not necessarily something you want to aim your pressure with all the time in the ground.
Oh, ChrisG accidentally let Red Ditto out of the corner. Goes for the stun dipper. Yeah,
This is odd, right? It feels
Yeah.
like ChrisG is taking a lot of risk in this matchup with the way that they're approaching neutral game. Oh my gosh, so that is just an establishing of dominance right there. Just saying, you gotta move, you gotta figure this out, man. I'm Red Ditto right now. I'm dictating the pace of all of this. The Kai Keyscape not getting the job done for Chris, but he's committed.
He knows this. Axel is just not doing the trick. At the very least, he can DP out of the ram pressure. He can do Vapor Thrust and get out. But the familiarity of the situations is different. You know, it's not the same, and especially when you're playing characters that are very different ways. Okay, he got him. Yeah,
Okay,
I was making sure he didn't touch the ground because that would have been really bad.
Yeah, I actually wasn't sure as well. I also held my breath. ChrisG paused in here, bro. He's going for the stun dipper. Okay, Ditto recognizing that was a kill scenario. Just gonna go for the burst. Maybe a little bit of an ambitious burst. This is a massive life lead here from ChrisG.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
No.
No way.
No.
No way.
No, please, no.
Is this just one straight confirm? Was that burst now done in vain for Red Ditto? Coast to coast with the pressure. To the windows, to the wall. ChrisG back up against the wall. Goes for the gold burst. He's playing for keeps out here. Finds it with the Fujiwara kick. Another one for the road.
Okay. Woo.
Man,
Close
oh
call.
man.
Close call. Okay, a couple close flashes. Oh, but a little bit too far. Dire. Okay, he's been doing a lot of that. He's definitely just charging his stun edge right in front of your face. Another. Okay, forcing the jump from Red Ditto, but. Okay.
Yeah, this is Red Ditto's back up against the wall. Rare sight in this matchup, and the rare sight in Red Ditto matchups overall. Yeah, 6 of the brace needed to do so in order to stay alive. Oh, he was expecting a finish there, but the Daro straight into a throw reset. Red Ditto pulling out the tricks. Oh, the 60 whipped. Okay.
Oh, he whipped.
Such a smart PRC to keep himself safe.
Okay, Red Ditto's got the meter. He can absolutely make this happen.
Oh my gosh, what a risk there from ChrisG committing to that DP. We've seen a lot of actions from ChrisG in terms of reversals, and because of that, Red Ditto is on tournament point.
Oh man, I can't believe this. ChrisG with the Kai, he's fighting back, but Red Ditto is just not giving him anything.
Man, oh man, I mean ChrisG, not for nothing, has been able to keep Red Ditto under pressure, on the defensive a lot more than we've seen throughout the entirety of this set. Off the stun dipper, PRC cancel, not a full confirmation, but trying to keep the momentum as much as possible.
Yeah. Chris actually being very cautious. He knows any one of this flip could be a super from Redditto, and he will absolutely die. Look at the risk.
Yeah, no, oh my gosh, okay, yeah, off for a DP. I was gonna say, you notice that when Redditto goes for those sequences in the corner, ChrisG is not FD, so he's not pushing back Ramlethal far enough to deter Redditto from constructing his corner pressure like that. But the stun dipper in between, what a decision for ChrisG. Do we have the confirmation? Needs one more, and clips the toes. ChrisG, where does he pull the energy from? How does it happen?
That was conditioning. That was head shampoo conditioning right there. Instead of usually the close slash into the charge stun edge, instead clips him with the 2S, making sure he wasn't jumping. ChrisG actually on the board. Do you think this comeback is feasible?
Maybe. You can't just count on ChrisG, man. I feel like there's been multiple times in this top 8 where internally, subconsciously, I may have, and I've been mistaken every single time. This NYChrisG putting in some work with the dire try with. Oh my god.
Got to be kidding me. ChrisG looked to the heavens for an answer. None given.
All right. Ditto, once again, tournament point with ChrisG. Always able to crank it up right when it seems like they are out of it.
Okay. Okay. There it is.
Conversion, positive meter bonus. Maybe a possible momentum bonus here for ChrisG.
I mean, it's looking pretty good, the life on Redditto, but actually gonna opt to go for the far combo, making sure Chris doesn't burst. This is gonna be real dangerous right here. The mix-up.
Well, ChrisG just a stun for RC. Waits a little bit to see if Redditto will commit to a burst. Has some meter to play with here, but ChrisG needs to play impeccably. Can't get hit by a singular thing. The trade goes for the savage for the RC. Gets the hit. Tries to beat the first one. The motor bottle there from Redditto to send ChrisG out and take Festival of Fights. Redditto will be your Guilty Gear Strive champion. And putting a stop to the ChrisG losers bracket run. I was starting to become a believer. The NYChrisG was changing the tides of the matchup, putting Redditto under more defense than we have seen throughout the entirety of the top 8. But Redditto just proving much too powerful this time around. Congratulations, just such solid play from them today.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought that it was gonna be reversal super to take the entire tournament? I mean, sometimes you just really have to, right? Like you see, ChrisG has been baiting it again and again. He does dash up break, dash up break, dash up break, and he waits. Oh, you're gonna do it? Are you gonna do it? You're gonna do it on the 5th time? Let it rip. Boom. Give me my trophy. Give me my medal, baby.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, Redditto will absolutely be taking that. Festival of Fights 2022 Guilty Gear Strive champion, followed by ChrisG, and then followed by Supernoon, I believe.
Yeah, I believe
but
so.
it was such a great showing today. A lot of talent here for Festival of Fights. And it's not just the players that traveled out here. I really like that a lot of SoCal players were highlighted in this tournament for sure. And you know a lot about the SoCal players, being a SoCal resident yourself, I believe, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. And even beyond SoCal, just specifically in Riverside, California, right? You know, I help manage the bi-weekly Game Lab Guilty Gear Strive and Game Lab in Riverside, California. And two of our, frequent competitors there, Dadpool and NotChewy, both getting top 8 placements here. D4C as well, going into the top 16 territory. So it's definitely feels heartwarming seeing my scene do so well when, we're hosting this big of a tournament here.
Yeah, that's awesome. But you know what? We're going to send it off to Tyrannosaurus of Riverside Game Labs for the award ceremony. Take it away.
All right. Let's get a huge round of applause for everybody. Thank you so much for coming out for the first Festival of Fights. I know some of you guys traveled really far. Chris came all the way from Las Vegas. Just giving you a hard time. Supernoon, I think you came, New York? So thank you so much for coming all the way out here. That was an incredibly stacked bracket for Guilty Gear. And, I mean, I can't say thank you enough to the community, to everybody who watched, everybody who's here, everybody who attended. I want to give a special shout out to our casters today, Kraken Atkins and Ninja Nam, everybody at TNS, Tong Lee, and all the TNS team. That was fantastic work. Everybody who worked behind the scenes namelessly. And a big special shout out to Paul Lay, Le Paul Bao on Twitter, for doing all of our local community stuff and basically starting the bridge to getting Riverside Game Lab and Festival of Fights to get to this level. So thank you so much. And then also another special shout out to Stealthy, who's trying to hide in the corner somewhere. Yeah, he's running right now. But thank you so much for Stealthy for coming out and supporting. So we're gonna do the medals real quick, and then we're gonna move on to Marvel. As you can see, wins Marvel, right? So for third place, Supernoon. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. And then NYChrisG, here we are. For second place, silver medal. I believe this is NYChrisG's third medal today, or I guess over the past 2 days. So I'm gonna come behind. I want to cut off the camera. And then Redditto, congratulations for a very great run. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Chris, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. And yeah, thank you so much. And stick around. We're going to switch over to Marvel in a couple of minutes. And shout out to everybody who played. One more round of applause.
There you have it, guys. That was the top 3 from Tyrannosaurus. A jam-packed top 8, but another explosive top 8 coming your way. It's gonna be Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Everyone's favorite wins Marvel. But before that, I gotta give a good shout out and thanks to my man Kraken Atkins. Thank you for joining us.
Ninja
You
Knob,
know,
it was a pleasure,
where can
man.
people find you, man?
Hey, I mean, the Twitter's right there at Kraken Atkins. That's everything for me. If you go on Twitch, YouTube, whatever it may be, Kraken Atkins holding it down for commentary for Mad Games. It's a content of my own, but this was an absolute blast being able to commentate here for the scene in Riverside, California. I take great pride in it. And Ninja Nam, you're a beast on the mic as well. This was tons of fun to be on the mic with you.
Pleasure is mine. Pleasure is mine. I love being able to meet and then perform and commentate with all the other talents, local or not. So pleasure is mine as well. I'm Ninja Nam. You can find me at NinjaNam15 on Twitter and all other socials. That's all for us for today for Guilty Gear. Stay tuned for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
See you guys.